Love coming to you live and in living color. Well, as opposed to coming to you dead and in black and white. It's good to see a live face. I am so glad that you all have decided to join us today on Facebook, on YouTube, and on it's X now, the Twitter.
Your show will go live
Oh, wait a
in
minute.
5 seconds. 4, 3,
Okay, wait.
2, 1.
Oh, snap. Okay, well, we going to miss the music. Hey, babies, can you hear me? Sharif, can you hear me? Hey, Sharif, I see you, but I can't hear you. Are you talking? Wait a minute, we're having a situation here. Okay, he's not coming in. I can see him. Can you see me? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, as soon as the technical people come in and help me with the technical difficulties, this is a new thing for me, and I'm learning. You're never too old to learn something new every day. And today I'm learning some new else stuff, as they would say. Hey, can you hear me, baby?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, baby. I can
yeah.
see. Hey, happy New Year, happy birthday, happy Kwanzaa, happy everything that we've missed. And I'm glad we're through the pandemic. How are you, for ladies? Let me give a proper introduction. If you could do that,
Sure.
I'm going to give a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show with me today is Raider Nation for Life. These guys have loved me anyway. You know I love you guys. They love everything Raider, and they are wild and undisciplined, and I love them, and they make great music, and it's wonderful. And these guys do love everything that has to do with the Raiders. And not only do they share everything that they love about the Raiders, they also share their compassion for young people, especially children who are dealing with cancer. And they're having their well, you're going to tell them about the event that you're having. And they're involved in the organization, Tootsie's, and they're having their sixth annual Little Warriors Tackling Cancer. That's all right. How you doing, baby? What's been going on? Tell me about yourself.
Everything is going good. I'm feeling good. Health is doing good.
Yeah, you tried to scare us. I told you that wasn't funny. That was not funny. But you know what? See, shows you what prayer will do.
Yes.
Because we were praying with you and for you and over you. And look at you. Look, your dreads that got real long. Okay. You look good. You look good. So catch us up on what's been going on in Raider Nation for Life. And then we'll talk about what they're gonna do in football.
Well, definitely. First of all, we're gonna talk about the thing we're having for the Kids with Cancer, which is October 1st, and it's the 6th annual, and it's gonna be the football game, the Rams and the Raiders game, and we're still looking for donations for anybody who want to help contribute to that, because it's for a big cause. It's the 6th year, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And I like to shout out to Smiley, Raider Nation, and his wife Janice. A lot of hard work they put in, and Violator and them for supporting. That's a big deal there.
And it is so important and why is that important for you? I mean, because we can take time to do whatever we want to do for the most part. Why was this important for you all to take on this particular health issue, especially with our children?
Well, the topic Smiley has is no kids fights alone. And that just it, to see a kid alone with a terminal, diagnosis, is like heartbreaking, and we see a lot of them, and a lot of them pass a year, a month later, a week later. But we also do get to see the joy on their face and the strength that these kids really have, much stronger than you and I. And at these games, you see the joy in their face and the smiles, and that's, I don't know if it's satisfying, but, it's always on to the next kid, really.
You know what? It's a good thing I'm not standing next to you, because I would bite you on your forehead because you think it. You know it is. And you know how hard it is for us, especially grown-ups. And when you have a child that is sick, you really feel helpless. You really feel like, what can I do? Can I take this pain away from my child? And when any of us are put in a position where we can put a smile on their face, make them feel some joy, let them know that they're not fighting alone, and they too can get through it. And a lot of times, I mean, I used to volunteer with the children's hospital, and we were dealing with the teenage kids that had childhood cancer. And the one thing they always said was, Mother Love, I just don't want to be in this hospital all the time. I just want to go outside.
Exactly.
And and it just touched me so much. Something as simple as, I just want to go outside. I
Exactly.
just see the sun on my face. Okay, and I did get a little carried away with them. Okay, and they said, okay, you're aiding and abetting to the delinquency of minors. Because I said, come on, we're gonna do a hospital break.
That's right. The simplest things.
Just to see them outside, and we take them for granted. Oh yeah, we're going outside. It's too hot. Oh, I need a hat on. And these kids are so resilient. Did their resilience help you get through what you were going through when you got sick?
Oh, definitely. You can't. I almost couldn't feel sorry for myself.
You know what? You know what? Now go on, tell the truth. Shame the devil.
I'm glad.
Okay. You say, I can't even complain. This is a child.
Can't complain. That kid is out there having a ball, man, smiling, having fun. And what he's going through is, I kept my mouth closed and prayed.
And that's the best thing to do. So are you willing to share what you've gone through? Because you're an inspiration to a lot of people, and especially Raider Nation and Raider Nation for life. Because a lot of people, as we're getting older, bodies don't hold up as well. Don't heal as fast. I know when I'm walking down the street in sneakers, my doctor told me no more high heel shoes for you. I'm walking down the street in sneakers and I stumble. And I'm like, Lord, what kept you going? What kept you motivated?
Well, I had multiple strokes in 2015, and I totally damaged my cerebellum, which is like your balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say curse, but I have dizzy spells forever and vertigo. But over time, I learned how to control it. I took some Tai Chi and some stuff, and I'm 100% better. And the neurologist just say you're a miracle, and I just point upstairs,
Okay, we know, and that part, and as soon as God is in the miracle making business every day, every hour, doesn't take any break, don't go on vacation, knows everything about us. That's what I choose to believe. That's what I've seen in my life and other people's life. And you're a living testimony. And especially as an African-American man, what made you know that something was wrong? Because you know how hard-headed you guys are. Oh, I'm all right. Don't worry about it. I can sleep it up. My husband's cure for everything when he doesn't feel well. Well, I'm just going to go take a nap. I'm like, okay. And there's a process. What kept, when you were seeing all of this and going through all of this, when did you know that it was time for you to go to the doctor? Because, y'all can wait for a long time. Did you wait?
No, well, let me say this first. It's like, as we get older and we have a lifestyle of partying, like that's going to come to the end. Now, whether you live through it or get sick through it, you're going to have to slow down. So if you don't slow down, you probably get sick or something happens. So that's what happened to me. I felt funny, and I passed out. I had one sip of beer at a bar, and I passed out. My buddy said, I've never seen you pass out. And I was like, I don't know what that was. And then I woke up in the morning, and I passed out again, and I went to the doctor, and they put me in the hospital immediately.
Immediately. You could have died.
I could have died.
You could, but see, we always think that we want to help God alone. We just gonna help him. God does not need your help. You need that help from on high. And oftentimes, when people, and I like the fact that you don't have that, oh, woe is me kind of attitude. Because, people could say, oh, I don't know why this happened to me. Oh, well, why not you? I mean, who said that you were special? Who died and left you lost?
Everybody has something.
Everybody has something that we go through.
Yeah,
and let me ask you this. What did you learn about yourself? And did you change any?
I definitely changed my diet, sleeping. I don't party no more.
Well, that's only because we can't. You know what? That's not like we wouldn't want to.
I love to.
We can't. This is when I knew my party days were over. And you have that, whatever the situation is. Mine was we were going out and we were going to this club that had this theme. I'm all up in the things like you guys are, want to dress up in this. I don't know if you noticed this, but I put on my Raider black and white, black and silver.
I
And
can see that. Raiders!
I put on my full life. And see, and this is what's going. So I'm in a nightclub, right? And there's a bunch of people, I don't have to stand in the line. I got this big giant hat on, and they go, "Oh, Mother Love, come on, who's with you?" I said, "The next 50 people are with me." Okay, so that was a mistake right there. Okay, I should have left them outside the club. So one of my songs come on. When your song come on, you just gotta get up. You gotta get. I got up on the dance floor and I was jumping up and down, and I was like, "Okay, this is enough. Okay, this music is too loud. Why don't they sit down? Why y'all moving so much?" You know what? You're behind way too seasoned to be in this club with these children. I got my stuff. I got my hat. About 15 people asked me, and I left and have not been to a nightclub dancing like again. Because I knew the music too loud. If the music is too loud and they're moving too much, it's time for you to go home. Right. But don't you feel like this? Let me ask you. You don't consider I don't consider myself an old person. I'm a seasoned person.
I love that word.
I still like going out. I like meeting people. I like, just hanging out, meeting new people and what have you. And it has been, I don't want to be that old person sitting on the porch, walking back and forth, shoveling. I want to find a nice supper club that's got some nice music. They entertain all the kids. They got all kind of parks for the children. What happened to us? It was like after we got 40, everybody forgot about us. What happened? What happened? What happened?
That's life.
And then we have to have our own parties. You have to have your own parties. And I learned to have parties without children. And I used to say, "Oh, that's terrible. Maybe we could bring the babies over and put them upstairs." No, then their mama get drunk downstairs, and then I'm sleeping, waking up with a baby foot in my chin because they don't want to sleep. They don't know where they are. You know how it is.
Been there. Yeah.
And I got one for you about the order. Ask me, Mother Love, when did you get old?
Mother Love, when did you get old?
Tomorrow. I ain't got time for that crap today. I got to do what I'm doing.
It's all about feeling good.
It is. It's all about feeling good and feeling well. What did you learn about yourself internally as you were going through your journey with your health?
My faith is I gave it to God, because I had a dream before that happened that I was going to slide through a dark tunnel. And I was scared in the dream. And then God put his arms around me and he said, "I got you." And I went and slid down that slide and was laughing my butt off because look who I got with me. But then when I blacked out, I remember that it got dark again. And he grabbed me again and he told me, "I got you." And that's when I was in the hospital. I was like, "Oh my God, he got me." That's what the dream was for. So I learned that to continue to have faith and let him worry about things.
But he don't worry. He even gave us instructions on work. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve God and worry. And that's when people get into that space. Well, I'm just going to help God along. Maybe if I just do this. Well, maybe if I just don't eat the whole chocolate cake, maybe I just eat half of it. And maybe if I and we will out talk ourselves out of success. We will out talk ourselves out of good health. And, and because this is all we got right here, right now. This is all we got. This is it. This is it. And if you think you're gonna go to the next part, or you're gonna go to the next phase, see, my husband, he gonna get right into heaven. Me, St. Peter, but you, Missy, sit. You hit the mercy seat. Missy, you got some explaining to do. And I'll be sitting there like, okay, yeah, I know, but I said I stopped helping God. Remember that play, Your Arms Too Short to Box with God?
Oh yeah, I seen that.
We got listen.
I seen that play. That play was good.
I'm like, and did you walk out going, "Oh yeah, my arms are
I seen myself in that play."
And that's what the beauty of it was. Let's talk about your music. So, y'all, wait a minute. Your public relation person, Cynthia Busby of Busby Promotions. You know, we love her. We
Yeah.
love her. So she's, she's sending over all the information and everything. So she sent over the new song, right? And I'm, the faux dub or whatever y'all play. And when I got to the part with the t-shirt, I was like, oh, wait,
Right. I got it right.
I wasn't ready for it. You have to tell me I wasn't ready, and the beats are still funky. Where does your inspiration for music come from?
My inspiration came from my uncle Moose Man, who was the bass player for Body Count, which is Ice-T rock group. And he was the original bass player. He fortunately he was killed like about 7-8 years ago. But at the time I was running around with him and Ice-T, Iggy Pop, Blondie, and he told me to go to engineering school, recording engineering. I was already tampering with it, and he said, "Man, finish that, and then you can travel with me." And I was like, "What?
What? It's a party and it's a job, and I'm gonna get paid."
Yeah. So maybe my last semester is when he got when he was killed, but I went on and finished, and here I am now.
See, and that's, people need to would really understand the people behind the scenes, the people that make the magic work when we get on stage. Without the people in the background pushing the buttons and creating the music and the right lighting, people don't really understand, how much goes into even a small production, especially when you're traveling. So I know, listen, with the people that you just ran off that you got the party with, and everything. Okay. So how did you handle being on the road? Because, when you're on the road, they don't really care. Oh, you the engineer. We know we could get in. And they be throwing underwear and everything at you. I've seen it. I'm not throwing my underwear at nobody because I might kill somebody.
Right.
Mine will become a weapon. Waka! What happened? Oh, well, I threw my bra at him and I didn't know who was going to get my bad. I'll come visit you in the hospital. And so how did you handle being on the road when it's like party all night and sleep half the day? Then you got to get up and go do the stuff and push the buttons in the sound check. How did you be able to master through that?
It is a master. It could take you out, But I definitely just completely slowed down, and it turned to like a really big business for me. And even though my buddy, I ride with Ray the Mystic, shout out. He parties still, and he used to be like, "Man, you really chilled out." And I said, I got no choice. I'll do the show, I'll perform, and I, hang out. But the aftermath, what y'all do,
got to go.
I'm gonna leave that one alone for a minute.
You have to, and then you realize the damage that when you stop, you realize the damage that you've done to your body when you were young. Because when we're young, look. We're invincible. Are you kidding me? My magic powers, I am invincible. Okay, yeah, till you wake up one hangover too long. Till you wake up and you can't find your shoe, couldn't find my hair, it was in my pocketbook, then I couldn't find my pocketbook. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This just is not working for me anymore. When did you know? Did you know that wasn't going to work for you before you had your stroke or after that?
After, because I kind of kept going a little bit. Learned the hard way.
Oh, you one of them cats don't believe fat meat greasy.
Yeah.
I can do this. Oh, I don't know. What? Stroke, smoke. I can do this. What are you talking about? Yeah. I'm a man. I could do this. Let me see how much man you is when I sit you on your behind so you can slow down and pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you, son.
Yeah.
And what was that conversation with God like for you? You don't have to tell me, but I want to know.
Well, he made me appreciate just feeling good and normal. Like a hangover.
Hold up, wait. Okay, first of all, I ain't even let you get away with that. You have never been normal in your life. I want to get back to normal. You haven't been normal. You are an extraordinary person. You are not normal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so going back to this, I just want to let you know I'm just not going to let that.
Thank you. Now, I probably heard the question wrong. Say the question over again.
You heard the question wrong. So what was that conversation like between you and God when you had that conversation, when he was sitting you on your behind and he told you, I got you, not once, but twice.
Yeah. He said, exactly that. I warned you. You're going to have to sit down. You're going to have to lose weight. You're going to have to stop. I've eaten fast food since 2015.
Oh, your body, your organs are probably like, oh, happy hallelujah, my kidneys
Yeah.
is working. The kidneys are working, sir. Okay, your spleen, everything is working.
Yeah.
I was never a fast food eater. I can cook my own fast food.
Right.
So I want to know what's in it. And people always think when you have to change your eating habits, change your diet, they always think you have to go to like eating rabbit food. As a person who's managing diabetes, I have to have I have to eat a certain way.
Right.
And so I was like, well, I can cook, so I know what's in my food.
Exactly.
Okay, and I know people ain't gonna give me credit, but I'm giving myself credit because it was my idea. I went to the Center for Disease Control and I said to them, fast food restaurants and all restaurants should put up with the caloric content and what's in the food. We don't know what's in the food.
No, we don't. No.
We don't know what's in the food. And see, now I didn't know what was in the food. And when they start putting the labels on the food, I still didn't know what was in the food because I don't know what a polydiglyceride conglomerate blockade is. I don't know polysorbate 80.
GMOs.
You got fat, you got trans fat, you got other fat, you got big fat, you got little fat, and you don't know where if you got so fat, you don't know where the fat gonna go.
Fat everywhere.
Fat everywhere. And I was a big girl. Listen, I had a butt. I don't know if y'all saw this Kim Kardashian with herself. She was on a cover or in a magazine someplace, and she had on black gloves and stilettos, and she had bent over, and she had a champagne glass or some kind of glass.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
What was that? That ain't nothing. When you got a butt, that ain't nothing. You got one glass. I had dinner for 8 on mine. Back up. You ain't got a cup on your butt. What is wrong with you? Now you got the nerve to put that in a magazine. Don't let me see it. Don't let me see it. I'm gonna say something about. I'm like, who told her this was cute? You got one little glass on your butt, and it's unfortunate, and it's really not funny because so many of the kids in our neighborhoods and in our communities are developing type 2 diabetes because they're overweight, they're eating all the wrong foods, and when you can't pronounce what's in your food, you should not eat it.
That's a nice point.
Think about that. Look at one of them. What is it? The cup of noodles or the ramen noodles and whatever. I don't see one food stuff in it. They always say modified food starch. What's a modified food starch? And why is it showing up under my armpit? Why do I got what is this? What is this? I know what the funk's supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be that. So,
Yes.
Okay. So again, tell us about what's going on and why you are doing this event, the 6th annual event for Little Warriors Tackling Cancer.
They said,
and is Smiley and the Violet coming on at all?
Well, I don't know what happened.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They lost their turn. Okay.
Well, Violet was on he was on a national commercial.
Oh, well, okay, that trumps Mother Love. I'll go with that. I'm not angry about that. Trumps Mother Love. Okay, now he gonna owe me a whole show. That's all I'm saying. So talk about the event. How did you guys get involved with this?
Well, this is all Smiley with the Raider Nation for Life Car Club. I've been since the beginning. I've been with him, and since the beginning, he's always had a kind heart. His club is ran real. They say strict, but it's really for kids and stuff. He gives you a time to party, of course, but it's really a lot for the kids and for parents who need help, donations, jackets, all type of stuff. And I got involved. I've been, my background is when I was 18, I worked in the emergency room and surgery department from 18 to 33 at Memorial Hospital.
Wow. See, now we didn't know that about you. We learn something new about you every time we chat.
Yeah.
And so did that experience help you get through your experience when you were on the other side of that?
Definitely. I went to Memorial. I know people.
I know what takes you over here.
Help me.
And that's important. And especially, and I always take it to our community because we will disjoint ourselves in our community. And there's so much love and so much creativity and so much power in our communities. And some people are afraid of that. And we got to stop being afraid of one another. We have to reach out and love one another. We coming down this street one time. Now, what you gonna leave on the street? How you gonna do? What do you want your, legacy to be like? And people go, legacy? What's a legacy? What you leave behind. No matter. You could leave a great legacy. You could leave a bad legacy. And what we want to do is pool our resources together. So now Smiley started this together, and you were already with him when he decided that this is what you guys were going to embrace.
Definitely, yeah.
So what was his take on it? Since he's not here, we could talk about him.
Smiley was talking, he can express a lot more than me. Mm-hmm. I wish he was here.
You're doing just fine, sir. Do not underestimate yourself. So we find that what do you find in life that you didn't pay attention to before, that when you went through your transition and you changed, what were some of the things that you started to really pay attention to besides being out in the sun?
Well, that's part of that, just starting to enjoy life. And the small things, that God created. A car is nice, but a butterfly's pretty too,
Now listen, and that part, because and you find beauty in everything. And you start to find beauty in everything. So what has been some of the, I know that they tug on your heartstrings, what have been some of the happier stories and happier outcomes that you've seen while you've been involved with this organization and the Little Warriors tackling cancer?
Oh, definitely. They're survivors. There's a kid named Elias. Pray for Elias. And he's been fighting for at least 10, 12 years.
Now that's
a fighter. He's a fighter. And everybody out there, pray for Elias 24/7.
We absolutely up in prayers, put him on the prayer circle, let him know that there are people praying for him and over him. And that's where our strength comes from. And we got to stop breaking those chains to say, he done fell out. We ain't got time to bother with him. And that's another thing. How did your family and friends treat you after your journey started? Because a lot of people, when you get a malady, or something bad happens to you, people will tend to cut you off. And sometimes it's family, people that you believe are family and friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's just too much for me."
Oh no, I got a great family. They said they got to me and told me to, especially my mom, you're gonna have to slow down, young man. I had to, and then my pops got me.
Wait.
Then my sister got me. My brother got me.
So they knew what was up. When you see, when your mother tell you got to slow down, I had to slow down. And did you go to think my mother was partying someplace? Wait, what? Does my dad know about this? My mother was out there in the streets. What? Because we forget that our parents are human beings first.
Oh yeah, knew exactly what her little boy was doing.
And your mama know when you lying. I don't know why people think your mama don't know when you're lying. And men, a lot of you all are not really good liars.
I left that alone years ago.
Yeah, you have to, because you're not a good liar. I told my husband, I said, sweetie, that's not it. And he doesn't lie, but he won't tell me the whole story. And I'm like, really? Now, do you really think I'm getting ready to go for that? Really? And my son, I could just look at him and be like, I ain't even go. You even know it before I even know it. Before I even get it out my head. I'm like, yeah, that's why we're the parents, you bobo head. So as you're going through this and you see these kids, you said you have vertigo. A lot of people might not know what that is. Would you mind sharing with people what that is, and maybe help somebody who doesn't know what it is and can hear the symptoms of it and get something done? See about their health.
Well, you have crystals in your ears, which is weird, and they happen to get loose in your ears, in your inner ear system, and then your motion, you'll start spinning real bad.
Wait a minute, you have like actual crystals in your ear, or your body, actual crystals?
Actual crystals in your ears.
So is that supposed to help you balance or
It's
not?
for your balance. And
Uh-huh.
me having a bad, no, I have no cerebellum at all. So I shouldn't even be
Well,
sitting
you
around.
shouldn't even be talking. Wait,
The-
you know that's like your medulla oblongata. That's like a big part of the brain back there.
the
And
back.
you said you have. Wait a minute. Maybe you grew another one.
Yeah, maybe.
But see, you had, wait a minute. I mean, because that seems like a part of the brain that you would need to be able to have to be all right. So now, has your gait changed? I'm sure. Has your gait changed a lot?
Say it again.
Has your gait changed? The way that you walk, the style that you walk,
Oh
has it
well,
changed?
I had to learn how to walk again and walk another way.
Uh-huh.
A little wider with the base.
Mhm.
Don't let them legs get too close together.
You are so silly. So, what do you do to keep your mind occupied? I mean, I want to ask you this because everybody dealt with the pandemic in a different way. How were you able to get through that pandemic and come out on this side and still be your wonderful, usual, charming, brilliant self?
Well, it's so funny. Probably speaking for all engineers that we was already in the house.
Mhm.
We was already video editing, mixing, producing beats, making
So
commercials, working on
you
movies.
didn't miss a beat.
Didn't miss a beat.
See, and that was really that's what was so important. One of the things for me was uh and we've been through pandemics, epidemics. I mean, we remember we had the swine flu, we had the mad cow disease, we had to kill all the chickens disease, the avian flu. We had all kind of stuff. We get crops and we can brush crops off. And this is just me. This is just my thinking. When we were growing up, we were resilient. We went outside to play. We didn't get sick. We didn't have food allergies. And then if you did get sick and you got brothers and sisters, everybody got sick all at once. Everybody
Yep.
got the chicken pox at once. Everybody had to meet put the quarantine sign on your door. Then you
Yep.
got better and you went outside. And I think one of the biggest reasons why, especially our children aren't able to fight off diseases like we were, is because they don't go outside and find out what germs do to your body. We have an immune system. It's a reason to have an immune. See, that's what it is. I bet you I figured it out.
That's a good
Your
point.
immune, your immune system grew you another brain part. That's what happened. Because
That's a good point. That's a good point.
you think about it. I mean, we ate all kind of stuff. We ate dandelions. We ate
Dirt,
dirt. We did sick.
little grass got in there sometimes.
Let the bubble gum fall and pick
Yeah,
it up. Got
look
grass
at
all
that.
over.
Yeah, pick the ants off of it. It'll be all right. Yeah.
Some of them didn't even take their hands off. See,
See, we
they
find
got
out that's just
blow
protein.
it up. Blow it up. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. And we went with that. We ate the dirt and glass and all. But I'm allergic to peanuts and I can't eat and most people of color, if they really thought about it, are not are dairy intolerant. We do not tolerate cow milk well. We don't. And there's another one out there. Cow milk is for baby cows. People milk is for baby people.
Hey,
I, I don't know how they give a baby cow milk. It's not a baby cow. It's a baby. God gave us the mammary gland, and I know mine. That's why they call them suckers because they be. Oh, shut up, mother love. Stop. Come back over here. Come back over to the children. But you know what I'm saying. We get so out. So want to do everything so fast, quick, fast, not ready. And then our children don't have a built-up immune system. And that was one of the biggest reasons for breastfeeding your children because they built up a strong immune system. And the kids that don't and they're bottle fed right away, I think it weakens their immune system. That's just me. I'm just saying, I'm not a scientist, but I can play one on TV.
That's like the first vitamins.
Remember the vitamins? We used to take vitamins. When did we take vitamins?
No,
did you take a vitamin when you was a kid?
That memory held me on.
That's it. We take supplements and we'll listen to somebody else tell us what to do with our bodies instead of working in tandem with each other. The doctor says, well, sir, you're going to have to modify your diet and you're going to have to eliminate some things and you could add other things to it. And then you go, well, I can eat chitlins if I want to. Okay. And then in January you done had a stroke because you done ate too much. Shut
right
up.
there, bam.
And they don't. We just put whatever's in our face fast. Did you notice that with your eating habits? Were you, because most men are very fast eaters. Did you notice that you had to start eating? You eat a little slower as well.
Don't have to chew your food, let it digest. You know, all that high blood pressure deals with constipation and diabetics and not being able to, use the bathroom correctly. So, if you eat bad food, bad things come out.
See, you said it. You said it. What they say, garbage in, garbage out.
And we gotta garbage out.
You know what what bothers me a lot about us, and I'm so glad and grateful and happy to see you well and doing well and thriving, because you understood, just like when God told you, I got you, and he wanted you to be in not just good health, great health. And that's for everything, your spirit in good health, your mind in good health, and your pockets in good health. You went through a pandemic, said we didn't miss a beat. We were already up in here. We were doing our thing. It just kept it moving. That so many people in our community really don't believe they deserve to be in good health and to live well and to be happy. We got a lot of stuff on us. We come from a lot of stuff on us. We're still standing. We are still standing. We still stand. And when did you find out that you was at the top of the elder board? Because I was like, what? Well, I'm not an elder. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm not the matriarch of anything. Are you insane? I'm a adult. How could I? Because I'm just not feeling this, this growing old thing. I'm just, it's just not working for me.
I'll be 55 September 15th.
Double nickel with your bands.
Double nickel.
So happy birthday ahead of time. Happy birthday. What you doing for your birthday? 55. Gotta do something for the double nickel. And you can party in the house. You want me to make you some gumbo?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, why I put my foot in there? Shut up, motherfucker. I make really good gumbo. I throw down. Now, do you cook?
Definitely.
What's your favorite dish? What's your specialty?
What I really like, I don't know how to cook, with this enchiladas is a shame. But my specialty is crab legs. I don't know how to cook.
Okay. This is how the cook thing goes. The food that you like, that you love, that's the first thing you learn how to cook.
I tried. They don't taste good. Don't taste like.
It's like they don't taste like Miss Consuelo down the street at all.
Right.
I do. I'm a pretty good cook, and I'm adventurous, and I go through like I'm in my Mediterranean food deal now. I'm making tabbouleh from scratch and fattoush and shish kebab. I don't eat red meat or pork or anything like that. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, we're gonna eat this. I decided, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. I was invited to one of my girlfriends. She was having a tamale making party. I thought that was really cool. And everybody was going down the line. Everybody had, a thing that they could do. And I thought that was really cool. And it was like maybe 8, maybe 10 of us in there. And they filled that big giant pot up like this with the tamales. I said, I think I want to make some tamales.
Not easy.
That was one of the stupidest things I could have ever told myself.
Easy.
I understand why there's an assembly line. I understand it's a process. And to make really good tamales, you have to start like maybe 2 days before you're going to eat the tamales. This is how bad it got for me. It's bad when you're trying to make something that you love. And I made them. Don't get me wrong. I made them, and they came out really well. And I'm telling you, on day 3, I was in tears. I cried the whole day. I don't know what I was thinking. This was like so stupid. I was in there talking about them women. They can't. Why all them cooks in the kitchen with that talking about? I know why they in the kitchen, because you need a group. I'm telling you, I cried. I was bad. It was bad. It was really. I can't believe I told you this. Yeah. It was really bad. It was so bad. I said to I'm not making tamales by myself ever again. Yeah. He took my tamale pot. I couldn't tell you where it is right now today. He don't lie to me, but he ain't gonna tell me the whole truth. He ain't gonna tell. I said, well, where's my tamale pot? You don't even know where your tamale pot is. You ain't making tamales no more. I still don't know where the pot is. Still don't know.
I wait for my amigo to come down the street He said, Tamale, I run out there, and I still don't know how they do it. I mean, that mug is so good.
I know how they do it, and it truly is an art form.
It
I have a
is.
healthy respect for different kind of faith, different kind of fare from around the world, and I think to appreciate food, you
Yeah.
gotta appreciate. Some stuff you don't have to eat.
Yeah.
I ate bear balls and moose gravy one time, and I said I would never eat this ever again. And I only ate it because it was stuffed bear balls and moose gravy, and it just sounded funny.
It
And
sounds
this was at a governor's mansion, and he had this whole big spread, and he had a whole what did he call it, his big game table? They had venison, and they had buffalo, and they had bear balls and moose gravy.
I pass on the bear balls, man.
I gotta say, they were really, really good. And it's not see, let me help you. Because I know where your mind went when I said the bear balls and the moose gravy. No, it's made out of bear meat. And they put them in little ball. So I know where your mind went.
Okay, they put it in the sack. Okay.
I said the same thing. I was like, "Are these like real bear balls? What is this?" And it didn't taste bad. It was just too gamey for me. You know, here's because you get to travel all over as an engineer. Where's been some of the most exciting places you have been, and where's a place that you were like, I hope I don't ever have to go here in life?
Wow. Monterrey, Mexico. That was incredible. Raider Nation fans in Monterrey, Mexico are extreme.
Are they worse than y'all?
Extreme.
Wait a minute. They would have to really be extreme for you to call them extreme because Raider Nation for life, you guys are really extreme. I mean, the Violator does his face in black and silver, and he got the spikes and everything. And if you hug him too tight, you will get hurt. I'm just saying.
All of us are like that. We got a little bite to us.
Yeah, all of y'all like that guy. He got. So what you say they're extreme? How much more extreme are they than you guys are? Because that sounds like a party I need to be going to.
Exactly.
Okay,
all right.
We had an ambulance out there for me when I pass out. Okay.
Right. Well, they're gonna have that. They're gonna bring you back to life and party some more.
All right.
It's like partying as tailgating in our Raider functions, RC conventions, real nice. But in Monterrey, there's like big, gigantic events, festivals that they have. Like, road guys and a big horse, and then he's riding a horse and he's doing his thing, and mariachi.
This is not a parade. This is what they're doing out at the football game in the field.
In Monterrey, Mexico, is they have it every year. It's called the Monterrey Mexico Fest by Melosa. And every year they have it. I think they're on the 5th one now, I believe, or maybe 4th.
They're trying to catch up with you guys.
Well, they had it there 2 years in a row, and it was pretty amazing.
I know it is. So tell us again about the event that you all are being involved with, and when it is, where it is, and how people can get the tickets and the whole 9 yards.
Okay, again, October 6th, we're taking kids with cancer. No Kids Fights Alone to the Raiders and Rams football game. That's October the 1st. Well, I'm sorry, Raiders and Chargers game. I'm sorry, Raiders and Chargers. And I have some numbers to give you guys if you want to contact Smiley. His number is 562-852-5538. And his wife, Janice, is, I ain't going to give you his wife number, but call Smiley if you guys want to.
Don't call his wife. Call him.
Because Smiley, if you guys want to add, and help out, even come along and travel with us, because it's like we get like 3 or 4 bands, and the day before we all meet at Smiley House, and we have a big old function there. Violator, Gorilla, all of the super fans come, but this is not a Raider party. This is just strictly for the kids. It's not, you're not there to come there to take pictures with Gorilla and Violator. We're there to cater to the kids. Then after that, we can do all the other good stuff.
Do all the other stuff, but right now.
Yeah, but it's really for the kids. And you want to see some major super fans, day before the game, Smiley House, come there and bring your smile and hug a kid.
So can I come out and be a groupie with Raider Nation for life? Well, I'm kind of already sort of.
You already legendary there. You already got some rank there. He said, we've been on the show a few times. Violator gonna put you there.
As long as I am here, you guys are always, always welcome. So
Always.
tell us about always, because we love you. And I'm telling y'all, these cats are genuine. They the real thing. They are the real guy. I mean, when we're around each other, even just like this, you could just fill the room. You fill the room up with love. And that's what's important. And when you guys come in, it's always a bright light. It's always a good time. And see, and you get people around you, and you're having a good time, and then you see, and everybody got these in their group. Oh Lord, here comes Chucky. He gonna have a problem. Do we even want to be Chucky today? What? And then you have to kind of brace yourself, because it's gonna be some mess coming. With these cats, I mean, open arms, open hearts, and open minds. And that's real love. And we got to just keep spreading it out, spreading it out, and spreading it out. Okay, now you said down in Mexico was a great place to be. Where was the one place? What was the place you said, please don't ever let me have to be here like ever again?
Denver.
What? Wait, Denver?
Denver, horrible. DJ Quick was right. Not just terms of song, but the fans are horrible. It's like we beating them like 7 years in a row, and we go down there and perform. And it seems like every year we go down there, the further we're away from the stadium.
Ain't that something?
It's like this is what they give you now. I said, let's do it, and we rock that mug still. People, we get death threats and people jumping out of cars doing weird stuff.
Well, that's why they call us fans, because it's short for fanatic.
Fanatics.
Yeah, we are fanatics, because when you're a fan of something, and that was one of the reasons why I said I never wanted to be a collector of anything, because you could get an obsession very quickly. My husband is, if I would let him wear that black and silver on his face, he probably would let me do that. He loves the Raider Nation that much. Okay, you come to our house, because I got to put all the stuff is coming out at football time. The Raider, all the things for the car, for the bathroom, for the house shoes, for the bathrobe, for the Raider shirt. Yeah. I'm like, honey, well, how many different Raider shirts do you need? He said, well, they make a different one all the time. I'm like, what? Oh, and he is Raider Nation.
I seen him. Hey, Violator say it's terminal. It's terminal.
He's right. I mean, because I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love football. Love football. Love the Raiders. I loved them when they were the Oakland Raiders. Then they were the LA Raiders. Now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. One day they might become the Mother Love Raiders. They just, hey, that's not a bad idea. The Mother Love Raiders. I was just thinking about that. And people get so fanatical. What's the most fanatic thing you've done being part of Raider Nation for life? That you just went, oh my God, this is just crazy. I'm loving it.
I would say Miami. And what happened in Miami that we were up there, we're doing our Raider thing, and the Miami Dolphins fans gave us their tailgate and their sound system and their alcohol and said, can we party with y'all? Can y'all do what y'all do? And so happened we got some rappers and we got our DJ. And it turned into the wildest time. I just remember slurring going into the Miami game.
You remember what? Say it again.
Slurring, trying to talk. I usually don't get like that.
You remember slurring.
Slurring. And we had it was wild. The rain would come sometime, because you know how Miami is.
Right.
And it's hot and it's raining a little bit. I think God was like, let me cool the nation down a little bit. Okay, that's enough.
I love Miami. I mean, that's a party place.
Oh, so fun. The fans, the Miami Dolphin fans.
Oh, when you come to Miami, the people in Miami, they let you know that you're getting love from them.
Wonderful people.
They talk me into eating alligator bites, so that I'm cool with that. I would never eat another alligator bite.
I ate some of that Mississippi alligator gumbo. It was good.
Was it good?
It was good.
It didn't have a bad taste. It really did not have a bad taste. I like that. I didn't like the fact that it tastes like I was chewing flavored rubber bands. It's like, am I ever going to chew down? So,
Yeah, no chewy.
yeah, that's it. If you could travel any place in the world, money is no object. Where would you go and who would you take with you, if anybody?
I'll go to Africa and take my mother.
That's beautiful. What part of Africa?
I would like to go to Kenya.
Oh, I want to go there too. Have you been to Africa?
Never been.
I've been, and let me tell you, when you go, when you go, experience everything as much as you can while you are there. They had to drug me to get me back on the plane to come back to America. I was staying. I literally got off the plane and I said, I am home. Everybody looked like me. Everybody looked like me. The police, the mayor, the bums, the pimps, everybody looked like me. The musicians, the doctors, everybody looked like me.
Wow.
But they knew I was from America. And so I want to say this about my brothers and sisters. One of the things I hate about us, people calling us black. We ain't black. You got on a black shirt. We ain't black. I'm burnt sienna. I'm brown. You are like a nice smooth mocha. That's why I'd rather be called colored than black, because I'm a color. I have a hue to myself. And people over in Africa, they knew we were not from Africa because their skin is navy blue, indigo, purple, and they're the same color all over. They're the same color all over. I was like, oh, I mean, just absolutely stunning. I was like, I'm home. I am at home. And I said, I'm staying. Y'all can go here, take my passport. I'm staying. Like, no. And we went from LA to New York to Africa. So that's all across the country. We got a layover. Then we flying 12 hours over the Atlantic Ocean, nothing but water. And I was like, I was the only one that didn't go to sleep on the plane. I did not go to sleep on the plane. I was the only one woke when we got to Africa. Only one woke, was up, to catch up with the time. I'm like, nope, I could be here. I believe I have something to offer my brothers and sisters. And when you go, let me know, because I got so connected to us here in America. It made sense why. They used to have the doo-wop groups, and the brothers would be up under the street light singing and harmonize. In Africa, and with the women as well, sometimes you got a girl and a guy, and he got a girl on the side, and then the two girls are wife-in-laws, and we both know that we with you, and I was like, I don't think I would ever do that. This is how they live in Africa. A man has as many wives as he can take care of. He can have as many kids as he wants.
Oh, I'm gone. No,
wait, did I just lose my? He just got up. It was beautiful. It was just absolute. It was just spectacular. I mean, they got these young guys, and they do everything in life stages. Like the little kids, they do the little beading things, and and they took a piece of wood that the boys went up to a tree called a boba tree, chopped it down, started an assembly line, and we watched them make me a lion, a hand-carved lion with real ivory teeth. And we watched them go from a piece of wood to, and this is what our guide told us. She said, and when you go, bring you a suitcase full of like lipstick, makeup, tennis shoes, jeans, all the stuff that you might not want. Put it in a suitcase and take it with you, or ship it over there. No, take it with you. And they will give you so many beautiful things. They're so loving and so kind. It just made the connections work. Wow. I understood why the guys stand on the corner, because in Africa, we went to Dakar, Senegal. We were in West Africa. And everybody get up. Everybody gets up. Everybody shower, shampoo, and shine. And everybody goes outside. Nobody sits in the house. Wow. Nobody sits in. Everybody is out doing something to make the village better, their family better. I was like, well, when do they come home? The lady said, oh, they come home when it's dark. Come on. That's when work is done. It's for them, it's done. And they were just absolutely beautiful. It filled in so many gaps. And what I found out, I became a lot more defiant, I would say. Uh, in my attitude. You know how people tell, well, you shouldn't be living here. What make you think you ain't gonna tell me where I can live? You ain't gonna tell me what I can drive. You ain't gonna tell me what I should have and I shouldn't have. Oh, you better back that up because I am a direct descendant of the slave, and they don't like us because we still rise. And it's all in their face. It's all in their face. They should have thought about that. Africa changed me. I became a different kind of woman, and I became like fearless. I ain't scared of none of y'all.
Fearless. I like that.
And that's how you got to be. You got to be fearless. You know, we can't be. You know, we spoke about this earlier. You can't serve God and worry. You can't serve fear and God. And you know what fear spells? What that stands for, right? FEAR.
Tell me.
No, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Oh, I'm scared of the boogeyman. Oh, I'm scared of the tax man. Oh, I'm scared of this one. Oh, I'm scared to talk to them. Oh, I'm scared to. You can't live fearful like that. That's false evidence appearing real. And we don't have to do that. We're just about, well, we could talk as long as we want to, but we are just about finishing up our conversation. I wanted to ask you, and I'm sure I've asked you this before, but you know, as a seasoned person, I can't remember yesterday. I'm like a broke refrigerator. I can't keep anything. When all is said and done, and it's time for you to make your life transition, and you turn around and you see, what do you want your legacy to be?
I would like to say I contribute to the human race to be better. Not wrong. Not
That ain't even 10 words. That's 9 words, and that is so powerful to know that you leave footprints. And I think that's all of our responsibility. That's from everybody, from the leaders in the world to down to the smallest person, to the person who is unfortunately, homeless. Now they got a new word for you. Heard the new word for homeless?
No.
Unhoused. Ain't that homeless? That don't make
like
it sound
to me.
Unhoused means I'm homeless. That didn't make it any better. If stop. Let's just work with what we got. Work with the love that God has put into us. Work that we put out the good love. No more garbage in, garbage out. Let's take good things in, send good vibes. You know that we love you. We love you always. Look, I might come to the party and be at Smiley's house, for the real party, for the grown peoples. But I told you I'm not a grown up. I'm a adult. I have to pay taxes.
Like that.
I'm a adult. I read the ingredients. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm seasoned. Grown ups suck. They take life too serious. They think they know everything, and half of them don't know crap from apple butter. Shut up.
See that a lot.
Again, just tell them again what you're doing on October 1st, who it's for, and how they can get tickets.
Again, October the 1st, the Raider Nation for Life Car Club is having an event. We're taking kids with cancer to the Raiders and Chargers game. And if you guys are interested in getting involved, Smiley always accept help. We always accept help. He always say you don't need a car, you just need a heart. And
that's beautiful.
Yep. And he said,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, he's cool. And his number is 562-852-5538. And that's October 1st, but the day before, all super fans meet at Smiley's house with the kids and their parents, and we just shower them with love.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something Mother Love should be. I should be there.
You will love it, Mother Love.
I know I would. I love you guys, and I know what great hearts you have, and I know how committed you are with what you do, and you continue to spread love all over the country, all around the world, and we love you. Raider Nations for life. Okay, you can say it better than I can. Go ahead.
Raider Nation for life.
See, that's what it is. That's what we talk about. That's when you know that's real love coming. Well, just know we are always here. Much love. Peace and blessings, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharif from Raider Nation for life. Peace, babies.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you more. And ain't nothing you can do about it.